Speakers were kicking out this beefy deep bass.
I don't know, sir.
What is this sound that so deeply penetrates my body? This music made me feel free. I felt free. That's how I would describe it. The speakers were kicking out this beat.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Friday stream. Good to see y'all. And just starting like we do with Bitcoin. I'm just going live early today. It's not really price action. It's more so I've got something going on. Y'all know Benjamin Cohen he's like having like a party in a penthouse somewhere down here. You know, he's down here for the Bitcoin convention. So gonna go meet him, and apparently there's gonna be other crypto influencers there. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, but not going to ever decline an invite from him to go to a party in my own city, you know, so I'm going to do that. So here's Bitcoin. Another day, another test of the horizontal support. And, you know, you think, hey, anytime an asset hits a support, holds it, right, buyers hold the level, it's time to accelerate off of it and then to rally. But we're not getting that. And that's starting to become a concern when you're just sitting at the support, but no rally after that. That's just seems like maybe someone might be propping the Bitcoin price up for now. And that's all it is. And if like this support doesn't hold, because it might, dude, again, I'm not here to try to be making calls about if an asset will or will not hold the support, okay? But if it doesn't, you got a pretty clear target level of like 23,600. I think it's just like a demand line that goes back to the, you know, the beginning of the new trend that we had, you know, it started again January 1st or 2nd. So that's it, man. I mean, just dead price action after just, you know, showing consecutive lower highs. It is doing that. I mean, 4-hour chart, you know, it's cool that one time, now a second time, that's great. Now it's time. If like this is truly some sort of second test, confirmation that what was once support is support again after the false bearish breakdown, it would be time to rally. If you're not rallying, that's like cause for concern. Like after confirmation, time to go. But after confirmation and you don't go, that's a very bad sign. For that the buyers just aren't there. There's just not enough demand. So therefore, seems like in the context here, just like look at these two highs. And they're both lower, substantially lower than the previous high, previous high, previous high, previous high, previous high. So, and you've got lower lows going on too. So it's hard to have much hope here or faith here based on just how trash the price action's been at this level. That's it. That's all I can say about Bitcoin right now. Ethereum's up 0.62% today. Really just same type of blah price action after making some lower highs and lower low. And between 1730 and like 1850, you just formally bearish back tested 1850. So again, you know what happens if Bitcoin doesn't hold the support. You know exactly where Ethereum's going, right down to 1730 again. Below that, hey man, there's a pretty decent ways to go before you see some sort of demand line, the same type of demand line I just talked about on Bitcoin. I mean, it's about $1,600 eventually, 1630-ish. So, and you know, that up thrust and back test up thrust is still valid, right? I mean, going to the daily, it just wasn't performing very well, right? I mean, like you weren't catching much follow through from the sellers, but maybe we're just early on that. That does tend to happen. Daily time scale takes a while. You know, to invalidate the back test of up thrust, a super bearish indicator, buyers would need to push the price above that open or that close really from May 5th, around $2,000. That's the only way to invalidate this technical argument for downside. And it needs to be happening pretty soon. Maybe not. Just like that's just the way, the state of the market now. I think it's so unsung and so disregarded, the SEC and you know the on ramps and off ramps for crypto for liquidity to join or leave this market. There's a war on that, And so I think that has fundamentally shifted things. You can tell the price action, what's happened to it. But, you know, for the altcoins, really, more so than anything. But Ethereum's an altcoin. Here's your total. It's a 4-hour total chart. We normally just leave it on the daily, but it's just interesting, okay? Like, this is valid until it's not, okay? The momentum shifting structure, the slanted neckline, you can't argue, it's there, all right? But a problem is you broke that, confirmed the validity of the slanted head and shoulders. It's now real. But after breaking it, you know, not very strong follow through from sellers, but unfortunately all that is occurring is after a drawdown, a bear flag, and the bear flag, the consolidation is formally back testing, you know, some levels. Look, a high from March 14th, a low from March 23rd, 28th, look, a low from April 27th. Even May 9th, that is now being regarded as resistance, and even like scaled in. This is sometimes why it's good to look at the 4-hour. You can really see what's going on. I mean, like, look at the high here that's substantially lower than this high, and the sell-off, then the rally. And the rally was actually lower than the previous local high. And then, you know, you sold off again, and you're just sitting here and you're just going nowhere. This is just not good price action. I know that miracles happen. They happen all the time, right? You know, just all this going on, just straight up one green candle and oh my God, losing our minds and everything's invalidated, moon. But right now, until that happens, this is kind of the worst case scenario for any asset. It doesn't have to be total market cap. It could be anything. And it's just implying, I mean, if the T is respected with what if we're reading this right, more down next, not up. That's kind of it for your total market cap there. Looking kind of bleak on the chart, and that's reality. That's not, there's any sort of emotion involved here. This is just how it is. That's just the way. If we flip this chart over, holy crap, man, you know, big sell off, you know, you've been drawn down and you finally hit a support, and then you back tested the support, and then you painted a Bulkowski momentum shifting structures bullish, and then you broke out, and then you're just, you know, down sloping consolidation. Back testing support as support again. All right, that's a local higher low, right? How much upside there could be to, I would think, like a target would easily be for always, or something like this, this level to this, right? Fibonacci, trying, you know, it's flipped, but and it's 786,886 up there. I mean, 920 billion, and that would complete what, an M shape, some sort of bat or shark, depending on where you anchored. I don't think that's unreasonable at all. Just we'll see though. All right, just letting you know. Thanks for sticking around over these super dead times. If you're watching, and here's your BNB. You know, this short trade setup still very active. It's just slow going, man. It's like a barbecue trade. You know, you're short as close to 330, 350 as possible. You're letting it ride, and on the third peak with the tweezer top, that's like the rule of three. 3 valleys, 3 peaks. Okay, after the third one, that's where the resolution normally comes. After that third peak, so that's where you are on BNB. Failure, 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 and now time to roll over. It just hasn't really rolled over yet. It takes time, and I think everything is based on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if it keeps holding 26,555, none of these altcoins will ever do anything. They will be stuck sideways until Bitcoin moves. And you think we're near the end of the line on Bitcoin. All right, we're 2 minutes till the closing bell on the stock market. Let's go there. You know, there was a gap up this morning at open, right? And then you know, the Republicans like walked out of the talks on the debt ceiling with the Brandon administration, and that is, as soon as that news broke, that's when the market started selling off. S&P 500, you know, shooting star invalidated for sure. That happened yesterday. Sorry, I was hanging out with someone that's in town for the the Bitcoin conference, so it was just tough to be able to stream. But yeah, invalidated shooting star yesterday. And then, intraday today, highest price S&P 500 seen since August 19th of last year. But you're not out of the woods. You're just not. You're still in this zone of flirtation, of fake outs. I mean, you broke the fake out level. You're even back testing it today. But there it is. There it is. That's your closing bell. The bell is being rung right now by Jim Cramer. Oh my God, we did it, man. The week is finally over. What a melt up kind of week. Kind of today put the damper on it a little bit, but man, can't take it away. It was a great week for index funds. So the problem is, right, S&P, that's great, dude. But you look at the other ones, like the Dow Jones, man, there's nothing invalidated here, right? S&P invalidated your shooting star. Did the Dow Jones? Mother of God, no, not even close. Pathetic. That's all you could muster this week on some assets, just melting face rallies, right? That's just not good enough. So still classic distribution. If the T is respected on this, down is the next thing, not up. Gap fills, I mean, all over the place. So many gaps, man. So you cannot be sold. Look, that's the data that exists now. That's reality now. If or when market participants or buyers come in and they push this price above all three of these highs, this idea is completely dead. Really, all you have to do is break above the shooting star around 34,200, and then this whole idea is dead. But for now, all it seems to be to me is like you have institutions selling for a year plus now, nonstop. That's all they're doing. They're not buying. No one's buying. No institutions are buying these equities, really, and collectively. And that's what I think 886 retraces are locally. You got them, and they're proportionate to each other. And it's kind of cool because you flip the chart over, and I would have the same type of argument here for like upside. I'd be like, here's one low, and here's collectively the second low. All of this together is the second valley. So it's like got one low, then the second low is the confirmation low at the inflection point. Hidden bullish divergence on the third valley. Nice. Okay. But no resolution yet. Hasn't flushed. All right. When follow through, up or down? My God. At least you got that follow through on the NASDAQ composite, or just NASDAQ in general, because, well, man, it's big tech. It rules the realm, and a gap fill occurred officially today. Not yesterday, today at the open. Build a gap from August 19th of last year. There are more unfilled gaps. There's another one at like 12,972. I mean, heck, man, you could be running to 13K next, but you're getting up there. You're certainly getting up there. How will we know you're getting up there? Take a look at NVIDIA. Take a look at Google, Microsoft, right? See what they're doing, how deep of retraces they're achieving, really. Let's just knock out the IWM real quick. And it's just like, here we are. Yeah, maybe it's a dragon. Maybe it's redistribution. But today, and this could be invalidated next week. Okay, I'm telling you, because you need follow through always. Like next week on Monday, if you want to say this is actually real and not potential, you got to get a close lower than today's close. So this is a piercing line, or I'm sorry, not inverse piercing line, which is called the dark cloud cover. You do have now a dark cloud cover, Japanese candlestick reversal on the Russell 2000. You just do. Let's see what kind of fall through you get, because it's never about the potential pattern being painted. It's always about the fall through. So it seems like, March 14th's open right there, right? You can see that level has been regarded as resistance, and a reversal area. And here you are again, and you ran up, you gapped up today to test it, and then failed, and then painted the pattern. And there are unfilled gaps galore below us. So range bound, it hit the top of the range, what it seems like, right? and then painted the bearish reversal. So we'll see. Not really a good candle. You didn't really want to see that on a Friday. Dang, man. Really? It was such a good couple days prior, you know, highest daily candle close yesterday since like April 24th. 3-week highs almost pretty much. And but then today was like, wow, really? That's ugly. Last time you really saw a dark cloud cover was right here, April 18th, and it proceeded to sell off. So, I mean, just another one at the top of the range, right? Another dark cloud cover. So, all right, BNB, and wait, sorry, I'm looking at the index. Sorry, I have my watch list over here looking at the altcoins. So those are your index funds right there. Real quick, we just got to give credit where credit's due on Google. Did it. Well, it's not so much a shooting star anymore. I wonder, you know, of course, a little scrub last 15 minutes of trading, little rally, but it could still be interpreted as a shooting star reversal at a 618 retrace. The golden retrace was achieved today, not yesterday, today, and that happens to be the second target of the trade setup posted on the daily, March 6th, right? First target was 50%, second target was a 618, and there's still, just in case we win the lottery, normally that's what third targets are for, the 886 way up here at 143.57. Definitely haven't seen that yet. You've just today hit it. So let's get some Jesus chimes for Google. There it is, man. There it is. You know, like maybe a shooting star because people are taking profit up there, and you just gotta wonder if there will be a filled gap soon at 111.73. That was gorgeous, though. Wow. Google and Shopify, man, and of course, though, I mean, maybe I didn't post a publication of the Nvidia inverse head and shoulders, but it was there. It was talked about. I mean, TA respected on some of these. The TA is not always respected, man. It really just isn't. Because, you know, anytime you have like hey, I have a 65% chance of a reversal here based on certain variables, that's pretty good. That's decent. But that can fail. I mean, 35% chance plus that, you know, it's not going to play out. Therefore, that's why it's important to have stop losses and proper position sizing just in case the trade fails, because they will fail. It's part and parcel of trading. So, but again, you got to think about trading as like you are the blackjack dealer, right? You have a discernible slight edge. You are the house over the player, and it is never about the one, you know, dealt hand. It is about the many over a long period of time. You're going to win, and that's the same like rules of trading. So reward risk is important too, and that's when I start going into poker about that, right? You know, pot odds, making sure the money's right on your gamble. If you're chasing, you know, if you're drawing, you have a lot of outs, you gotta make sure the money in the pot, 3-to-1 reward to risk minimum. You play poker the same way you would trade. So Google, and then let's just look at Apple. That, my God, man. Of course, right? Apple's just insane. Back testing, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're headed towards a monopoly world, right? Where Apple is now bigger than the Russell 2000, the market cap. I mean, it's getting into banking. I'm sure AI. They got people working on AI and stuff. This is an insane monster company, largest market cap in the world, and the biggest money institutions own this. And man, they're just not letting this thing go down. It's still, I mean, today hit its highest price since April 5th of last year. So, you know, 52-week highs, and closed the week above that August 17, 2022 discernible peak. So, and then broke the wedge and is still out of it, not being really regarded. And that'll happen, man. I mean, after the bearish backtest, then you bullishly backtested the demand line and then just rallied and broke out. So it's just crazy, man. And the bearish divergence is still there, right? You get it? Like, it's still there, man. So there is like exhaustion, and it's just kind of one of those things where maybe the market is gonna remain irrational longer than we can stay solvent. It feels like that, doesn't it? Like everything's there implying a reversal. The wave has been non-stop, but it just keeps going. Oh, okay. So that's Apple, and then let's go to Amazon. Yeah, pulled back today some. Yeah, okay. You know, like the gap fill, did it officially? No, not really. The gap almost filled. You did, see, that's the thing. You did have a bearish engulfing candle has been confirmed today, right? You covered the previous candle. We'll see what happens on Monday. You get a close below that, around that. It'll be confirmed bearish engulfing. But, you know, Monday comes around, there's no confirmation. Just bullish bamboozle candle, right? But, you know, it's cool to see such nice price action after an identified piercing line reversal at a key inflection point. That's what the dreams are made of. But, you know, I think like 123 would be a nice level to see. Maybe a target of the trade setup. But yeah, down 1.61%. Apple, Amazon, Google, and then Microsoft. The big ones, right? The big boys, looking at them. So powerful. I mean, a green candle down today, but barely. I mean, rivaling the highs from yesterday, and currently just in a zone here, testing this swing low from December 2021. And that's it. That's what you're testing. You are currently above both highs from February and April of last year. So that's crazy, right? So what's the formal 886 here? And yeah, bearish divergences there on the MACD. It just doesn't matter on some of these big tech names. Just gonna take over the world. You're not even formally at a 78% retrace yet, which is you're $2 off, less than $2 away, right? But the 88% retrace is $334. So you're starting to get to premium levels to ever be thinking about a long here. It's starting to get like almost Russian roulette with your wallet portfolio stuff. You're getting up there, man. Deep retraces going on. But yeah, keep going for sure. So those are the big tech. Let's go to NVIDIA because, you know, you'll see NVIDIA is going to take out one of these big four in market cap. Sure, for sure. At some point. I don't know when. Look at this. Has it achieved its 886 yet? Oh my God. It's so, what? Let's see. I mean, let's just go ahead and say that it's confirmed that NVIDIA, as of yesterday, achieved a formal 88% retrace from the all-time high to the lowest low of the, you know, last year's drawdown. Beautiful TA respect on the inverse head and shoulders, the breakout, and it's just been number go up, and now just, it's incredible, man. Really is incredible. Down 1.31% today, but who gives a crap? You know, like, wow. Exceptional. Stock of the year. No one could really argue with that unless you were trying to talk about Oracle. No one even talks about Oracle. Holy crap, dude. Look at this thing on a tear. Just as much of a tear. It's more of a tear. It's actually better than NVIDIA performance from its previous all-time high to that lowest low. Exceeded the 88% retrace yesterday and closed today at its highest price since December of 2021. Oracle, you're at those levels too. Just be careful. There's bearish divergence, I think, on the weekly or the 3-day. Well, it was, and positive momentum started building again. Broke out of the wedge, broke upward. It's crazy, man. So just understand, man. I mean, like the attempted rally after the crash. That's where we are. You know, we did this stuff in 1999 or 2000. Same type of behavior. All right, he posted the QQQ. Check out this. This is insane. All right, let me show you here. I adjusted the trend line a little bit to confine more within, with 1 and 2 and then 3 with that candle close, and just look at this. Look where you are. You were at the supply line, and that supply line happens to be lined up confluence with that February of 2021 peak. You're just at it. Yesterday it was the highest daily candle close in the QQQ since April 20th, 2022.
Is that a joint?
And today, just down 0.23%. You can't imagine it would be a good day. Like, oh, we might default, right? The market was a little spooked by that. I mean, it's such a non-event. Like, say we don't default and a deal does get struck. How's the market pump on that? That's a non-event. Everyone knows it's like it'd be like a sell the news event. If the market like pumps on, we're not going to default. We're going to print more money with inflation elevated, right? Hey, Jerome Powell talking about 2% inflation target still, and we're still 5% plus based on their fake numbers. Like they had to print more money. Oh, let's devalue the US dollar more and keep the inflation dream alive. Okay, so just beautiful, but dang, man, if not at some serious area here. And I'll just show you this. So you go to like the weekly, maybe. We can go back, and it's crazy to look back at 2000 and show you here. Like you had this, yeah, there it was, right, where you had this level, right? It was 1 and 2, and then the rally, and then it was like it's like we're breaking out. We broke out, man. We did it. We closed the week broken out. And then the next week was death.
Follow through today.
Yeah, finally, women be shopping, but not that much shopping. Come on, dude, not that much. Well, look, yeah, we can look at Ulta. Thanks, Space 8. We're the contribution man. So that right there, man, I wonder how many people got complacent back then, August 2000, was thinking, hey, man, we're good. We're going for a deeper retrace. Maybe it's over. But in the end, it was really just bearish consolidation. Was it a wedge? Jeez, man. Was it a wedge or a flag? Oh, God, dude. It was a freaking wedge of all wedges, man, right? And just... So... we got that, and then here we are, like... And, oh, look what we did. I'm just telling you, history's not going to repeat itself, okay? This could continue and go much higher, all right? 20 years ago, 23 years ago, it's different. Tech owns the world now. It didn't own the world back then. It does now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can take it with a grain of salt, this analysis, just because, like, it's just fundamentally everything's different, all right? So look what just happened this week, not last week, this week, where that one level has been broken. We have a confirmed bullish breakout above a previous high. That's what's going on right now. So if history was to repeat itself, we're screwed. Next week, it's done. But history, just no way. It's going to be like that. I mean, we'll see. But you are, despite any historical, discussion about the Qs from 2000, I'll just tell you in brass tacks, 2021, you can clearly see where the resistance is on the weekly. So this is an inflection point, man. This is where it's a general consensus area where multiple market participants would be posting limit sell orders. And that's what inflection points are, general consensus areas. So we'll see. I mean, you could jump as high as 342 to test the top of it too, but what's up, Stian? Thank you for the 1126 super chat, man. Kangs, dude. Thank you. Just, food for thought if you're out there and you still care about TA during these trying, troubling times. Okay, we can switch it over to gold real quick. That, had a bad couple days and then recovered today. And then it's just like, yeah, well, I mean, these are the higher risk areas for fresh longs, certainly. And you can see why. But again, what happened, really? Buyers defended 1963. That's what they did. It's a level. 2020, 2021, 2022. I think it goes back. Oh, okay, no. So we're still so elevated. There was so much demand on gold. You still haven't seen a formal back test of 1920 yet. which that would make so much sense and like be like a lot of resolution, you know, just go down and test that level of support like Bitcoin tested 19891, right, back in March, and then just roared off of that low back to the highest high of the year. Why not go test the old all-time high from, you know, what, like 11 years ago? And then we rally. Why rally now? Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what you got going on. So that's gold. That's how we ended it this week. And silver also caught some bids today. I mean, pretty much like virtually back testing the old supply line. Maybe is now a demand line. Okay. I mean, you're not too far off the inflection point where someone could dollar cost average, you know, strategically. So you're pretty close to that. I just don't, I mean, it's all about the monthly on silver and platinum. And the monthly charts on platinum and silver are and they're just kind of implying if you're patient, if you can wait a couple years, these assets will appreciate in value a lot. Not like crypto gains, but, you know, boomer normal gains, like traditional market gains, right? Oh, hey, man, we went up 30% in, you know, 8 months. All right, that's metal. So got to look at the platinum. Palladium had a good day today. Buyers did it again, man. They're holding, man. 1,050. It was once a bunch of times resistance. It's now support. And you're about to close the week in 38 minutes. Closing the week broken out. Nice. There it is. Here's your weekly. Gorgeous, man. Gorgeous structure. And it's been developing for a very, very long time. Years. Holy crap, man. Like 2,600 days of momentum shifting on platinum. It will be glorious. We just are probably going to be a lot older when it does resolve and go much higher. But it looks like we're on the tail end of that. What's up, Samir? Inverse head and shoulder. We can look at that. Thank you, dude. Definitely. Well, look, man. And those food, well, at least wheat and corn, another sell-off today. These food commodities are done, dude. Look at lowest weekly candle close on wheat futures. Wow. Since November 30th, 2020. And a formal area of support resistance. There it is. 1973, chat. 1996. You saw it, right? You saw those levels. You know what happened this week? Well, last week you broke that 1973, 1996 ice line, closed with confirmation. This week, a formal bearish back test. What was once a resistance is now resistance again with confirmation and follow through. Wheat futures, capital G, you know, G-U-H, wrecked, man. Corn, same story, not as severe, but terrible in its own right. Lowest weekly candle close on corn now since October 2021. I think it's a lot lower. I mean, you're still above the 200-week moving average, is great and all, but talking about formal support resistance, I mean, the big one's way down at like 440. Trend reversed on the food after the incredible cycle. Just the beautiful technical reversals were all there, man. It was work of art. You know, you really got to care about traditional technical analysis to admire these food commodities and how it all turned around. We were here looking at these, monitoring these every day. They were up at reversal areas, and they did exactly the beautiful, just the psychology of the buyers and sellers were able to navigate on this being a potential reversal area, and it happened. It was gorgeous. Anyway, so Here's your live cattle futures. Can't be stopped, man. I mean, you know, it gapped down a few weeks ago, but still just trying to pivot here and hold on to rally again. It's crazy, man. So it's not all commodities created equal, right? Livestock, well, least steak doing really well. And then you got hogs that still seems like it might be over for hog futures. So, you know, soybeans also, right? Done for, dude. Done. You get the rising wedge, man? Look at this thing. They crashed this week. Lowest weekly candle close on soybean futures since December of 2021. Beautiful. Are you effing kidding me? Oh, it's so amazing.
Do you respect it?
God. And then on the daily, the bearish back test. What was once resistance became resistance a couple times, and it's over. They're just Jesus chimes. You know what? I don't give a crap what the asset is, man. Traditional market, traditional technical analysis, playing out like the effing Jesus, man. Imagine not being excited about that. That is glory. It's everything that's taught here, man. Oh my God, dude. I wonder if it, so it's like.
I don't know, sir.
It is ma'am. Chandler, can you make the audio a little louder on that one? I don't think you could hear that very well. Wow, man, that's an NFT worthy rising wedge, man. NFT worthy. I remember like posted about this on Twitter. It was like beginning of May, and some loser was like, "Oh, I'm inverse trading this guy." That moron. Look at him now. I wonder what that moron's thinking now. Underwater. Yeah, you're just gonna trend reverse of a cycle, breakaway gap, and you're just gonna try to be like, "Oh, soybeans are good, man. We're gonna keep rallying after this beautiful structure developed," and you broke it bearishly. All the lower highs, man. Okay, so let's look at oil. U.S. oil still just in this. It's in a downtrend, but maybe they're trying to put in some confirmation low with the bullish pin bar. But it just because you confirm a bottom does not mean the trend's reversing at all. So you cannot trust U.S. oil in any shape or form until some sort of breach above $82. And that's minimum. And that's just a start. That doesn't even really reverse the trend, but those are things that have to happen if you want to even think about a trend reversal on U.S. oil. Until then, bear trend, awful, maybe confirmation low to put in a lower high, and then we dump again. $60 target eventually. Okay. I hope it plays out, man. I hope U.S. oil goes to $1 billion, right? I'm just kidding, but you get what I'm saying, man. It's still a bearish trend right now. Orange juice, the king, just somehow putting in a higher low and rallying. Today was the highest close since May 8th, and it'll end eventually, but just not today. Maybe not even anytime soon. My God, just keeps making higher highs, higher lows. This is parabolic. Insane and incredible parabolic uptrend on orange juice futures. All right, I'm feeling more comfortable about buying my orange tree. I even bought a clementine tree now. So I'm FOMOing hard, okay? Is it real? Yeah, is it FOMOing when you buy a navel orange tree and a clementine tree? I'm not like going out and buying the orange itself. I'm not going out and buying the orange juice itself. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I didn't buy it as an investment either. It was just, I love trees. I love plants and shrubs and stuff, so. I have a money tree, Steven. It actually came in a few days ago. It was rough, though. It was in shipping, I guess, for too long. Some of the leaves were yellow because It didn't get the sun it needed, but it's recovering. And it's just very new money tree. Okay, let's look at Palladium real quick, just for the sake of wow, so you can see it here. Really not that great. I mean, it's still like lower highs, lower lows. I mean, it had recently made its lowest prices since May of 2019. It's still below the inflection zone. Above 1583 could be really interesting, but you're just not above that yet. So maybe set up an alert on Palladium, and maybe it's worth a long above 1583, $1,600, right? A lot of upside potential. Okay. Oh, seafood futures killed it today. Wow. Seafood futures is like, it's just right at this 200-day moving average. Up, down, up, down. But, you know, I like the higher lows, and the spring back test was nothing short of amazing. So now that needs to be, what needs to be done, $92 breach. And you could be going for a far more significant Fibonacci retrace. You know, there's gap fills, 117. And there's an overhead resistance around 115 as well. That could be a good target if you can breach $92. There could be quite possibly 25% upside. Dang. If you break 92. Okay, so let's look at made a couple requests. Okay. Knock those out. An annual patron wanted to see SAM, so I'm going to look at that first. Oh, that's Boston Beer Company. Oh, man. Well, not really a good... Well, okay. I mean, geez, dude, what the... Can't say it didn't collapse like many other assets did. So let's just look left and see there is this peak from 2015 that is the battleground, it seems like, right? The general consensus area where there could be bids and asks. Okay. But then you've got like the COVID crash low too that had been formally tested recently, somewhat recently. You know, that was back in July last year. Well, but like, yeah, you're kind of... You're at kind of strategic levels, assuming they don't just come out and start doing the same thing that, you know, Miller Lite and Bud Light did. You're at an interesting spot, right? The value for shorts is kind of, there's none really there. I mean, yeah. So let's see, $325. What happens normally when that breaks? Normally when that breaks, you get some really nice price action. Where is the, how many tests? Let's see. We go a couple peaks there. Ah, okay. Test 2020 and a resistance in 2022. Yeah, resistance. Okay, so anything above 325, the target's $400. So if it could do it, man, you got like 22% upside. If it's just going to repeat history between these two levels, it's currently right below it. Maybe it's putting in the second low. We have some sort of edge here. You definitely have bullish divergence, right? I mean, like, here's your low. Here's your slightly lower low near the bottom of a trading range, and substantially lower levels of negative momentum. So there is like some seller exhaustion implied, at least on the daily chart. Below the 200-day moving average, you're just in chop, man. You've been chopping around for about a year. I mean, a whole year of just sideways churning. But the good news is look at these, like the lowest low got put in June. This is around Black Saturday levels. I mean, this on Friday, the day before Black Saturday, who would have thought Boston Beer Company was also having its own Black Friday? Okay, that was the bottom. Look, even this local low here from June 30th, 303, higher low, very subtle higher low. And then the rally, then another sell-off, chopping around, slightly higher low than both of these lows. But most importantly, the June low, you know, all of them about the same. They're all rivaling, but they're all slightly higher. Gotta wonder, but on the other side of the fence here, you gotta think about like how many times these buyers have been up there and tested it in this past year, and they failed every single time. So it's just like rough price action. You're near like a strategic entry area. You know, you can size up taking longs and setting up stop losses in this area, but it's just not an easy one, right? What's up, Andrew? Thanks, dude. We appreciate it. So maybe it's like a little confirmation low with divergence that could take it higher, maybe for a gap fill 390, but I guess we'll see. All right, so let's get these other requests. Only like 2 of them, so no rush, man. I think I'm gonna start like not resetting the jar. I don't even think I can get the tip jar filled up in a week now. That's how bad things have gotten. So I'm just gonna leave them from now on for like a whole week and see if I can get it filled. All right, first request. Ulta, yeah, it did dump pretty hard today. Ulta, yeah, oof. Yeah, so this is what was going on, man. It was crazy. It's like this wedge, and then it broke it, and then like now it's topping out. Maybe I wonder if this is a 1618 or if it exceeded it. Let's see, high to low here. Yeah, it's like reversing at a major 1.618 fib extension. Like that's where this is all happening. So beautiful area. If this is the top, you know, that's it, you know, like that would make sense. That's where all the energy stocks had been topping out, like the big ones that have been doing really well. 1.618, it's double topping and stuff. So, I mean, that's probably going to be tested. 478. There's the 200-day moving average just right below that at 470, 469. And dude, you're just kind of out there in the middle of nowhere, right? You're just like way elevated. Extreme premium. You're paying a 161.8% premium on Ulta to own it right now. That's virtually what that means. Right? There's value and there's premium, and you're paying stupid premium. What a run it's been on, and it could continue. Like, why not? Because that's all it does, right? It just number go up eventually, always, and women be shopping, okay, for their beauty products and all that stuff. So down 4.39% today, though. A lot of assets were down that much today, or at least 3+% down. What's up, Mick? Thanks for the 6. The pounds, mate. Yep. Okay. So that was Ulta. Double top follow through today. Yeah, I mean, a higher high double top. Neckline was breached. And again, you just like we got some levels that are just upon us. You know, the most formal support resistance that's horizontal would be, I would think like, you know, 416, you know, 430 to 420 levels. These peaks, those would be like, you know, one time, I don't know, it could be tested and just broken through like nothing. It's never been tested as support before ever, that December 7th high. So that's not really a strong level. It's pretty tried and true down here at 414. You could also, since we know it's the 1618, so to the downside, I mean, like, see these major lows here. You can clearly see them of the consolidation phase. That's your swing low to your high. You could target this way too. If it's actually going to make a common retrace, you're almost there. You're almost already to the golden zone between the 618 and 38% retrace, right? 418 to 471 target zone for just a common retrace. At this level, it's where it could certainly pivot, make a much higher low than these previous lows, and then run again. So that's your target area for just a retrace, common retrace. Okay, Ulta, beauty. All right, Anchor versus Samir, and that would be the last request. 2 requests today. No, formal ones. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Oh God, Anchor. I mean, look, dude, this is like, you pick an S coin, it almost looks like this, right? In the basement, same effing price it was at May last year. Okay. But yeah, he requested this. You can see why he requested it. Look where the asset is. It's at the support. It's at the support of this range, you know. Kind of have some concerns here a little bit because, yeah, you could be double bottoming here. But why did you have the buying climax and then you sold off, you crashed, and then you rallied, and then you like confirmed distribution? You confirmed there are less market participants involved with Anchor than before, and then before, okay? Even pretty much ran up to test like the top of the trading range with that wick. You see it, like the candle close, adding it right there. You see that test? It's just not good.
Do you think there is more downside given its current levels?
What's up? Just really good. WNG. Well, we'll look at it. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Anchor here. So sitting at support below the 200-day moving average.
Just
already
keep
can
streams coming. Equina DW.
Stan, thank you, dude. For the 23 videos. Yeah, we'll look at it. We will look. Thank you, sir. So this asset, the context isn't really great. You're at a good support, but the context before it's not really that great. One low, the second low. You could strategize if one wanted to. They could have a stop somewhere marginally below 2.5 cents to try to play that level, right? Because we never know. Even if something looks good contextually, you know, at a nice line of support, we still aren't going to act like we know it's going up for sure. We could still certainly fail. So I'm just saying, like, right? I'm not trying to be arrogant and be like, oh, it's not going to hold. It's going to go down. That's famous last words. That's the arrogance of acting like you think you know where something's going next. But I'm just saying, like, you're at maybe a strategic area for long if one wanted to give it a shot, but don't be surprised if you get stopped out pretty soon, because Bitcoin looks like garbage. Total is kind of telegraphing how bad things are.
Let's see Ye again. Bearish butterfly on the daily. I think it could see $43. TA for the win.
What's up, Plated? Thanks for the golden mean ratio contribution that is currently in the jar spinning. Mesmerizing. It's beautiful. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look for sure. Right? You hear what I'm saying, though, about Anchor? It's like we're looking at the aggregate of all crypto, and this is like kind of clear as day. And again, right? Even with me saying it looks really bad technically, like it looks like, oh, definitely going down next, right? But we can't think that way. We just have to look at it and say, this is distribution. There are less market participants every time. The rallies are, all the rallies are doing are just back testing old levels as resistance again, reconfirming their validity. So that means, like, if the TA is respected on total, we go down next. But remember, TA can be disrespected. So it's not like I'm saying 100%.
You had me at shoes.
Thanks, Jay. Shoes. Did I forget something already? My bad. Thank you, dude. So again, right? Like if you look at this, in my mind, I can't see a world where if Bitcoin flushes, finally breaks support, how Anchor could ever rally. But think about it like this. Say, you know, you're looking at the support right here, right? The sellers have been unable to break the support. What happens if Bitcoin rallies? Well, then all of a sudden, the argument for the long here, okay. Yeah, but the problem right now is like how bad the performance has been on altcoins. And there's a fundamental reason, because things have changed in the past few months where liquidity is like, it's really tough putting a lot of money in crypto now. The SEC, the US government, has made it so. With that being said, if Bitcoin even rallied here, how well is Anchor gonna perform to Bitcoin? Probably not very well. I think Bitcoin would probably outperform Anchor if it starts rallying. But hey, yeah, there you go, man. Add an inflection point. No one's taking that away. It could be a second low. Could be divergence on the MACD, but there you go. That's it. Okay, so I had a few more come in, so I really appreciate that, everyone. WMG was for Just Really Good. Warner Music Group, Warner Brothers. Oh, God. I don't think I've ever looked at this chart before in my life. All right, let's look at it. Yeah, key ice line looks terrible. I think like that's not the key ice line, actually. The key ice line was from, you know, June of 2020, July 2020, September 2020, support May of 2022, resistance October 2022. You're below it now. Yes, you are at the 1 November 2020 low. Yes, you are. That's not very promising. I would not even want to think about WMG being long on it until it gets above $27, and there's no doubt. I wouldn't want to think about it. Yeah, it could be working on an M shape, and if you're working on an M shape, that means it's not even completed. So nefarious, man.
Nefarious Technology tipped $24.24. Can't go down with you only having 6 requests. I'll send you a few. First one. Microstar International, MSI, 2,377, DWSE. I know it's weird, but it's a Thailand exchange.
Oh, we can look at it. Thanks, dude. Session Top Jesus. Shoot, man, 6 requests is like hives of the week. And had 6 requests this week, I don't think. Maybe one day. But thank you, dude. And it's cool. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. There's just no demand for it, and that's fine. I'm still coming here either way, whether they're requests or not. So again, like you think about like a potential bat, then fine. If it's a potential bat, then it's got to go down to 2362, which, you know, would actually be around the May 11th and July 2022 levels. I mean, maybe that holds. So I think even where you are right now, and it like broke that support like today. It closed the week below that ice line from history. That's awful. So you got about like 8% more downside before you complete maybe some sort of bullish bat, potentially. So not actionable yet. Maybe one to watch, but it's like, oh, it's breaking. It broke support. It's below the key one, right? Key support is broken already. But now it's like it's broken and closed the week below the November 5th, 2020 low. Below the 200-day moving average. It's awful right now. It's not actionable yet, but I appreciate the contribution for sure. Okay. Equinor. EQNR. I don't know why you typed in DW. That's weird. Is that something else, man? Equinor. DW. I don't see that, but I do see Equinor itself, right? Okay. Jeez. Wow. Well, I mean, if I'd been back here anytime lately, it would have been the Jesus, man. It would have been the dream of all dreams. Good God. Okay, one thing happened. The gap filled from 2008. The market participants pushed the price to just fill the gap. And then they painted the most wonderful looking, look how symmetrical this is. This is just a work of art from the market maker. Holy crap. If you can't even make up how beautiful this thing is. Oh my God. And it's just hindsight because whatever. I'm paying honor to the structure that reversed everything. Why is this happening? Why can't I click this crap? Playing Counter-Strike. God. So the neckline was $32. Just happenstance, the key inflection point from 2014. And here you are. You broke that neckline, and there's way more downside for, you know, what would be the measured move. I don't think you've hit the measurement. This is a very tall pattern. Very, very tall. Massive. So a measured move. So the target's like 2138, just a 100% measured move of the structure. So you still got a lot of downside if it's just gonna finally hit that target, right? A general rule. It's like a general targeting rule is the measured move. Okay, so 2130, that means how much more downside? Like 20+% downside? 22.8% downside. Okay. Yeah, and in history, I mean, the zones, like the inflection, I mean, a lot of straight up and straight down in this zone here. So yeah, you got minor lows all over the place, but dang, man. Beautiful. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Oh, miserable price. It's like bearish divergence, like confirmation distribution again. Like no one's buying this but bots, and then they're just confirming how terrible it is before it rolls over again. I don't know. I'm taken aback by its beauty. Whew. It's like looking at a really pretty girl, man. It's lose cognition ability. Seeing something so gorgeous. Wow. And give this head and shoulders pattern my number. So good request in that way. Okay. Next request was RYIE. Ryerson. What's going on? What happened, man? Haven't been here in a while.
Nefarious Technology tipped $24.24. Next one, CZR, Caesars Entertainment.
Doesn't
NASDAQ possible bottom of major dump that happened last July. Kind of sideways action, but curious if you see any kind of decent recovery. So many casinos hurting. Lol.
Yeah, right. That was like one foolproof industry right there. Doing very well. Record numbers. All these casinos, they're having record turnouts, record revenues and profits. My God, gambling degens everywhere. But Caesars, I was scanning and I saw it, and it just didn't really look that great. I mean, like, where's the follow through? Why is it? It should be going, man. Like Shopify, like Las Vegas Sands. It's just not. It's like kind of rolling. We'll look. Thanks, dude. So Ryerson Holding is a steel company. Steel, man. Well, I'll tell you, a completed bearish bat pattern by the looks of it, just eyeballing it. Let's see if that's... Gosh, dang, it's like a bat-Gartley combo, you know, where like the Gartley went to the 886. Whew. That's something nice right there. Whichever one. 886, like the Jesus, dude, right? Oh, no. Yeah, like right there. You know, type 1, and then maybe you're working on type 2. But here's the problem with this. This could very well be the reversal, but you're not even close to making lower lows. You know, RYI to reverse this monster trend it's been on since the COVID crash. The previous discernible swing low that I see is like 24.66. It could fall all the way down to 25.69. Pivot, hold, and rally, and the uptrend's still very much intact. So yeah, you're witnessing like the textbook stuff that, you know, Scott Carney has researched for a very long time. It's all happened. You even have a lower high, and the whole point of the W shapes is that D point is the lower, a deep 886 from the previous high. So you have consecutive lower highs now, kind of, but no lower lows. So can we trust this? It's tough. It's tough, but it's there. It is there. It's just not played out, and it may never play out, because I'm telling you, man, never trying to make calls here. Just trying to say, like, when you can identify the stuff, you're able to strategize entries, stop losses, and equitable take profits. That's all it's about. Doesn't mean it's going to succeed, and it's, oh, this is gonna dump. And just look at the trend, man. It's tough to fight that, but it's there. All right, it's a pretty good argument. See, there's some sort of crazy demand line here. I don't know how. It just depends on how you would anchor. It's pretty close. So you're getting close to that demand line, I guess, right? There's like the crazy, you know, it fell through it, but then back tested it as support a couple times. So I think that's kind of it. But dude, you're still above the 200-day moving average. There's just a lot of adversity if you want this trend to reverse. But this is a lot of times what stuff can look like before it does do that massive reversal. So great request. Play dead. Great request, man. Could see 43. Sure. I mean, 43 is the all-time high, right? Or $1 off the all-time high. So No, the concerning thing is, right, you had your buying climax, then you had a very, very strong drawdown, right? You never seen a drawdown like this severe since the bottom. This was the most severe drawdown last year. And here's your just methodical, time-consuming rally that has only manifested into the lowest risk area for a short, right? 886, that's your value area to go short. And then you're confirming that the top's in.
Anonymous
with the lower
tip
high.
$24.24. Third request, Bali. Bally's managed to look even worse than CZR. They almost look like it's going to continue to dump further. Wonder if the fact they bought the trop and then it got assigned to be demolished for the Athletics to move to in the area hurt.
No, it probably had to do with us. We're not doing the Vegas meetup this year. We like carried Bali's last year, didn't we? You know, Scott Carney, me, you were there. The whole meetup. That's what kept their lights on. But we're not doing it this year. So with them, so it's just like they're done for, dude. Thank you. 48 on the day. Is that what it is? Thank you. We'll scope. Okay, let's see here. MSI for Neff himself. Motorola. Jeez, dude. A lot different than Verizon. Holy crap, man. I haven't been here in a minute. I'll tell you that. This thing all-time highs today. Wow, nice trend. Really nice trend. Well, look at this demand line. See how we could mess with this. Start it there. This looks like a... Man, if you adjust for the bottom though, holy crap, man. If you go 1 and 2 on the bottom, you go 1 on the top. You know, that's... You're near that... The supply line, which is... You know... That's a level where a big reversal could happen. You know, you are at probably the highest risk area you could ever dream of for a fresh long, right? This is a great profit taking level. If you're looking at it kind of like this, right? Where I'm not sure if well, here's the thing. You think about like this was the lowest low. So then the rally, the first rally off the lowest low, that's really how you would anchor, you know, right here. And then the second low. So you have 1, 2, 3. That began it. So forget this high. This was part of the wave down, right? So this was the nadir, the lowest low. So then you anchor 1. And then wherever that first high goes, that's how you anchor on the top side. And then here's your second one. If you look at it like that, you get another touch. See, it's respected in December of last year. And then again recently from April 19th all the way to May 4th. And then today hitting all-time highs. But really, that's like an evening star reversal, potential abandoned baby. But that is like, I know you're just building positive Momo, man, of course, but doesn't that make sense? Like, you were severely overbought in the uptrend, okay? Probably at a 1272 VIP extension too, high to low. My God, you broke it yesterday and you're still just slightly above it. And that's a level, right? So there's your MSI. Hopefully that helped a little bit, just kind of gauge what's going on. And the trend, severely overbought. But all-time highs, so congratulations and Jesus chimes for MSI. Wow. We did it, man. Caesar. So here's the thing about Caesar. I was a lot more optimistic about it when we were making that higher low that was higher than the left shoulder, right? It was like a inverse head and shoulders and a rally, and then all these failed attempts. Again, too much supply, not enough demand. And then you're selling off again. It's cool. You're rivaling the low from late December. 7272. Oh, my bad, dude. Sorry. Yeah, I heard the Super Saiyan going off.
Nefarious Technology tipped $24.24, technically 72.72. My name didn't process, haha. Did you do
my bad.
Motorola? Microstar International. MSI Tech, 2,377 on TWSE, not Motorola. Haha, but accidental into a good short. Fourth request. NKE.
Oh, whoops. Well, that was pretty good, you know, to look at it anyway. So, either way, we'll look. Yeah, you're right. I just misread that. Sorry. We're getting through this one. You also requested this. So, you are in kind of a tough spot here, like strategically speaking, right? We know $32 to $35 is a zone, right? You can see the valleys from history. The valleys, right? Then you can see the peaks from history, mini peaks. You're in the dead middle of that zone. So when that's the case, it's just inherently tough. It's a lot tougher to strategize an entry, a stop loss, and take profits. It just is gonna be that way. So when you're in the middle of ranges, it's kind of untradeable. Like really, I think it's just more like, hey, if you have like unlimited ability to trade anything you want, it's hard to be like, I'm just gonna settle for Caesars in the middle of a trading range where it could certainly sell off. And yeah, what if you have a stop loss just below 41.36? Okay, it drops below that and goes and tests 39.80. You're stopped out, then it pivots and rallies off that low. Or you get stopped out and then it runs all the way down to $35 to $32 and then pivots off those lows. So I'm feeling a little, you know, Las Vegas Sands is so elevated. It's at like a completion zone of a bearish harmonic. And so it's just, the run has been so good that any sort of pullback, bearish divergence too, like two highs. So if Las Vegas Sands has like a more major pullback, then I think it would affect Caesar in a negative way, right? So that's the problem with it. It's there, and maybe it's in for head and shoulders again, but you're below the 200-day moving average, and you're not at a strategic entry area. Always go within the most powerful inflection zones from history. Those are the best, okay? And at those levels, that's where you're looking for the sweetness of spring back test, bullish divergence. You're looking for all the crazy things we look for, pattern recognition at ice lines, not in the middle. Anyway, sorry. Let's MicroStar. Oh wow, no wonder I messed up. This is weird. It's like a number 2377. Well, that's a dark cloud cover if I've ever seen one. Dark cloud cover confirmed today on MicroStar International. Yep. So if you get follow through next week, it's a reversal candle, right? That's what they look like. A gap fill was achieved yesterday, right? That was an unfilled gap from March 3rd, 2022. You filled it, and now today opened higher than yesterday's close, and then you pierced through 50% of the previous candle. So again, that's any fall through. And oh my God, not bad, dude, because all that's happening at a very real reversal area from August of 2020. So that's where the critical thinking comes in. Nice run, nice rally, but the Japanese candlestick reversal at the ice line, and then you closed the week below it. And you're starting to get up there on retrace. This is like a 78% retrace, right? From your high to low. So you're starting to deep value for shorts. That's, yeah, almost at an 886, right? Like an 84, 85% retrace, maybe even 86%. Right? I mean, the highest high, the buying climax, then the major crash, and then the attempted rally, like that dead cat bounce, and then the failure, then the lower low. Okay, the trend's reversed. And now you're going for a big rally, a deep retrace, but the trend's still bearish long term after this. All this is the data. And so maybe a little bit higher, but you're not going to get to that 88% retrace just marginally above you if you can't take out the high from August 2020. So there's no confirmation at all, not even of the Japanese candlestick, no double top on price. So it's a little bit riskier, but dang, man, if that's not a pretty interesting level to be like, hey man, I might take a shot here for a short. Better than, being in the middle of a trading range. It's at a level. Deep retrace in a downtrend. Okay. Let's see. Is Motorola next? Oh, that was on the Thailand exchange? Holy crap. Never even looked at a Taiwan or Thailand traded asset on its exchange. Crazy. Did I do Motorola? I did. I did Motorola, right? No, wait. I don't even... Oh, never mind. I see what you're saying. Nike. You want Nike. That had been doing crazy stuff, after that earnings report back in December. But then this is what I got so far. Confirmed a little distribution and drawing down, broken neckline of that double top, 115.88. It is confirmed double top, but still above 200-day moving average, and down 3.46%. But what happens if you gap up next week? On Monday, you get a bullish abandoned baby. But for now, I guess like the line in the sand on Nike is going to be the right here, the double top neckline, which is like 115, 116, $116, $115.89. So today you gap down and no volume, and then just like closed below it. So there's no back test. So you'd want to see a back test. You didn't get it. And looking left, there's nothing here until 105.29. Nothing. You're kind of in outer space. I mean, you've already taken out the high from August 18th of last year too. So there's not really anything here until 105. So that's what I got on Nike. It broke out, right? But it's like an S. Nike is certainly like an S coin. Okay, the S coins, most of them in December, early January, bottomed out exactly like Nike. There was no confirmation low. There was no double bottom. It was really just maybe at the bottom of a channel, but it was not an inflection point from history at all. It randomly rallied with the macro, just like the altcoins did when Bitcoin rallied. So no one cares, right? I'm not concerned with the reversal based on nothing, right? I'd like to see a structural development occur first, and that would give me more confidence to believe something would reverse the upside versus nothing. So it's gone on this run, and now it's like topping out. And so there hasn't really been one higher low, major higher low than the low from September 2022. So you can imagine like a bullish bat being painted. So think about here, and then we go to just an altcoin. I'll give you an example. Was one that did similar stuff like the stupid metaverse coins like Mana. You see the drawdown, then the rally, and then like based on like, okay, you had like one thing. See, this one at least had divergence straight up and then just bleeds out. Like, and that's what you can see on Nike. Similar stuff. Oh, Bali, that's right. My bad. Yeah.
Nefarious Technology tip $24.24. Don't forget Bally's.
Yeah, we'll
Last
get it.
request. Vaychain vet luck for the good old vet Moonboy and the fun with S-Coin chart to end my requests. 6 requests. Ha.
We'll look at it. Thank you, dude, for the overwhelming support today, man. Really appreciate it. 100% crowdsourced, so it's like, yeah, man. It's joining the Patreon or being in the Citadel or tipping the stream is like, that's the only way I'm, outside of like trading and stuff, that's the only way this channel and community is supported, is via you. So thank you, man. I really appreciate that, especially in these market conditions where, really bad market conditions. So that's all I'm saying is I was on Nike, and I'm just comparing, like, it's like an S-Coin, same type of bullcrap rally, that there was no confirmation low, no classic accumulation. It was just a Rudy Poo rally, just a straight line up, like, and then bleeds out. So, yeah, Bally's, let's go. Bally's, B-A-L-Y-E. Ooh, miserable chart. Oh my God. Oh God, man. No wonder it was so inexpensive. Last year. This is really bad, dude. Okay. See what you were saying about this one. I know you're talking about, like, let's see. What the? Yeah, definitely looks like they're gonna dump further based on technical levels. Yeah, this is really bad. I mean, confirmation distribution. Look at on the second high, on that confirmation high, the formal bearish backtest, the 200-day moving average rejects it, and you dump, and then what? Look at the level. That old 2019 valley gets regarded as resistance a plethora of times, 4 different times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll over, and then look, you're kind of like the signs of weakness coming in, right? All like same low, there's someone like propping the price up, and then you can see like, oh, they're just barely able to keep it propped up. And then finally that buy wall was breached the date of April 25th, and it's just been real bad. And yeah, I think a lot lower there. Look at the, I mean, there's no real formal support. I mean, you could try to say like maybe a couple swing highs in between that valley in March 2020. That's where you are right now. That's what it is, stalled there. But guess what? Below that, that's like $7.60. It's bad, man. It's like real bad. I'll plot it just to be really nice here. There, those peaks back there. And below that is like death. But I'll tell you this, you know, it's kind of funny. Look at the RSI is kind of crazy good looking, right? Like the low, then the definite lower low with, you get oversold and you're making those lower lows. That's bullish divergence. So you know, I wouldn't trust this at all. It's so miserably bearish. I wouldn't be long in it. I don't care if it rallies. But hey, man, there's no confirmation. It's just garbage. You know, there's really like it is a bullish deep crab structure, right? Where, you know, it's a very bearish wave structure for the C to D wave, right? An 886 on B with the lower high on C only equals a 1618 on D, and the 1618 on D, which, my God, you can get in there, it would break the last support. I mean, like, you're talking like $11.90, maybe, yeah, $12 target. $12. Yeah, $11.94 before anything, right? It's super weak, super bearish stuff. All right. So that was Bali's garbage, and then VeChain. He just requested it because he wants to hear the sound clip.
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, this is really bad, dude. I mean, like, if a miracle happens, we're good. But unfortunately, you know, miracles don't really happen on altcoins anymore, unless it's Pepe coin, and that's a joke, right? So, speaking of super bearish wave structures, not as bearish as Bali's, because it was a 786 on B, but a lower high on C, just like Bali's. So, to me, and really, you're below an I. I'm just telling you, right? As it stands now, this is not good, and it's going to zero, or even going to break the low from March. But I'm just saying, there's like some more downside. There's some more downside. What the heck? My stream still, am I still live? What the? All right, so the problem is, right, if this plays out, if total plays out, VeChain is so effed, and the picture is painted brilliantly, where you look at the high. See, what I love about VeChain is like the line of the sand is so clear of levels, right? It's a straight line down and up and down and then up and then down and up, right? For the most part. When you're below that level, it is an impossibility to own the asset. Like, if you want to own the asset, you have to wait until it breaches that level, back tests it as support, holds it for dear life. If it's below the level, it is 100% hands off. Either you do not own the asset or you're taking a short. There is no argument for upside here. This is like you're staring at a death throes situation where all but the C to D wave has occurred, and you're now formally back testing that level as resistance. The stage is set for so much more downside. It just hasn't happened yet. We're just on the cusp of it. So that's VeChain. VeChain doing things. Hyper bearish stuff for now. Hyper bearish things right now. Now, above 2 cents, you might be okay. But the context is miserable, man. It's beyond miserable. Look at the price action. You bottomed out. Look, it was Black Saturday. You're currently below the Black Saturday low.
Please share your opinion on Viva Systems. Appreciate all your work.
Do you hear what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you. I will. Big Chungus, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll look at V. I was just I was going. We was flowing, right? I mean, like, dude, see, for Bitcoin, like just for instance here, okay, it was terrible on Bitcoin, June 18th. I'll never forget, right? Bitcoin is up 52% from the June 18th lows. And this is just context, right? Just for you to, oh, wow. Like just to understand kind of like what is going on. Bitcoin's up 52% from the June 18th lows. And here we are staring at VeChain, and it is like virtually at the same price. It is actually lower, and it's back testing that low as resistance right now. Completely different worlds. So when you know these things, why would you ever want to own VeChain with all this going on? That is, you have no argument using critical thinking to own VeChain. None. Not if you're looking at charts and data on charts, like there's no argument. You'd not own this. Okay. Have your alert set up, for the waterfall, or you need to have alert set up above 2 cents too. I mean, if it breaks it, you're good. The heck? What is this? How did this get here? Oh, weird. So that's the argument. That is the argument. It's great for bears. Great for bears, terrible for bulls, but is it any wonder with the war on crypto exchanges, how can physically, how can like VeChain go up anymore? They've neutered many exchanges in the US. That sweet US capital not going into altcoins anytime soon. All right, V for Big Chungus. We're caught up. Been live now, 1 hour and 34 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, the bell, the sub. And be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Discord, man. Where you get notified when I go live. There's educational resources in there. You're connected to like-minded individuals. We all pay our honor and homage to the many legends of this this world of traditional technical analysis, and we go by the book here. Their research, that's what we go by. So it is undeniable truth that you will learn, and there will be value added to your life joining the Discord. It's a certainty. Like you have to like exist in it. You have to like maybe put in some, oh, okay, I'm going to read. And I'm going to be kind of active in the Discord, but you will learn stuff. Okay, so here's Vive. This dude is like, oh my God, short this crap to zero. Almost. Right? It's been Chop City for over a year now on VEEV, Viva Systems, packaged software. But the most recent price action screams 138's coming. Easily. This is like a bear flag. Right, hey, it's a second low. Okay. One low, no one knows. Second low, it's confirmation low. What a rally off. The rally that did what? All the rally turned into was a formal bearish back test, the 200-day moving average, not once, twice, thrice, five times, and rolling over. And not just the 200-day moving average correlation, which is miserable. Look left. The level from 2019 has been breached with confirmation, and I think that's done. I think it's about to flush. You broke the demand line today, not yesterday. Effing today, chat. Look at this. You broke it. Lowest daily candle close since March 9th. Oh yeah, this is done. Like this is like cooked. I mean like. Short setup with with a stop loss maybe above 177, I would just have the stop loss. You've already failed, right? All these things have happened to chop and the stop outs and stuff. It's complete. So it's like the stop loss is just not above these levels anymore. It's just somewhere marginally above this level from 2019, the ice line itself, and then let it ride to 138. Because normally, like when you're in a downtrend, right? We know the bubble popped. All right, you've confirmed a bottom. What we were talking about earlier on like oil, US oil. Just because you confirm a bottom, that doesn't do anything about the trend. That doesn't change the trends. You're still in a massive bear trend, even if you put in a confirmation low. And after the confirmation low gets put in, show me what you got. Show me what kind of price action occurs. And contextually here, this is worst case scenario. This is one of the most bearish looking. This is the most bearish price action I've seen today, maybe. Like how all the stuff going on, right? Very bad. Okay, that's Vive. Big Chungus, thank you, dude. Sorry about Vive. Viva. Vive. But here's Bitcoin, man, right above my head. You can see it. Somehow by the grace of God. Buyers defending the level. I just, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to call and say it's going to break the support and we're going to go lower. It's just really weak context, right? It was like the spring and then the back test of spring, and it's like you rally, then you put in like the same high, and then there's bearish divergence. And then you just roll over right back to the same support on a day where the stock market was going nuts on the short squeeze. And just like today, holding, but just sitting here. Where is the demand? If the buyers are confirming the bottoms and win crazy bids to 28.8, because in between 26.6 and 28.8, it's kind of like most of the times pretty easy to see up and down. And you're not getting that. And that's starting just to get concerning here. There needs to be bids really soon. All right, so that's where we're at on Bitcoin. It looks kind of bleak, but it's not dead yet. It's not over yet because support has not been broken. Don't let anyone say it has been broken. Not yet. I'm not optimistic because, it's like, what the terrible price action. So weak. And that's a bearish reversal pattern. Right angle descending broadening formation stuff. And so many people out there, I agree, head and shoulders type behavior. Well, we got it on total. So it's a lot more pronounced on total. I love it on total. But stage is set for way more downside, but it hasn't happened yet. And until you break support, no breakdown. And even when you break down, you got to get the follow through. There hasn't been one day that traders have settled up lower than 26.6 or whatever, that level. So you're waiting for that day to happen. A daily candle close below 26,683. Not one day. Last time there was a candle close below 26.6 was March 16th. And it had nothing to do with the consolidation structure that preceded it. So it looks like in 2 hours, 36 minutes, unless the selling starts coming in, on the weekend now, it looks like another day of holding this level. So just more mystery, more just, I don't know. There's no resolution. That's what you say. All right. All right, well, I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to that Benjamin Cohen party. Couldn't bring a +1 though. I was kind of like, what? I just gotta go. I have to go solo. And I don't have to go. I'm just saying, like, it's so crappy. I think his assistant is saying, like, there's so many people going that they want to make sure everyone that got invited can go. So it'll be this will be like if I had an Iron Curtain up as being like a YouTuber, Scott Carney, he's like the only other, country I've ever really communicated with or even met in real life, right? This is like me. I'm lowering the Iron Curtain and saying hello to a bunch of other people in this space. So I'm a little nervous about it for sure. I have no idea how it's going to go. No idea who I'm going to see there either. And that's like... Little ninja girl. All right. So Bitcoin's holding. We'll see if it holds. If it does long enough, I mean, I'm just waiting on follow through. Okay, so buyers rejecting lower prices. Fine. Then prove it. Prove that you're rejecting lower prices by an impulse up to 28.8. Do it. If you're not going to do it, go ahead and break and then head on down to the next sport. It's just killing me, man, right? All right, so thanks for coming out. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thanks, Nefarious, for the over $100 today. What's up, Crypto Order? And I'll just be back. So until next time, hold on, as she says. Respect the TA.
gentlemen.